I'm at the Heritage Motor Centre in Gaydon. I'm talking to Peter Lee, founder of the unique and very special Transit Van Club. Peter, Transit Van Club, when and why?
It was actually an ex-commercial vehicle director, Gary Whitten, that come up with the idea. They realised that they've got a heritage centre. They've got lots of vehicles in it. The Transit are a part of that heritage, and they just realised how important it was to have a club to look after that side of things as far as the Transit was done. It was done at the NEC. It was done over a beer in a bar late at night, and that kicked it off. And it's all down to Gary and a guy called George Devine and Anne-Marie Chatterton, and myself, and we got together and we did the cruise across the bridge, which has become iconic in itself, and that's when it all started.
When was this?
That was 2005, and it really did kick the Transit into touch. We did a cruise from Dunton to Southampton, and all the guys at Southampton joined us for a picnic and a party down at their centre down there, and we drove with old Transits into the plant, first time ever, and it was a fantastic day. And at the end, within a month, we had 250 members, and now here we are. We're it seems a lifetime away, but we're actually up to 1,006, and we've got another 12 members this weekend. People just love Transits.
And this event, how many years has this been going?
This is the 7th year. I've always loved Transits. We've had events previous to that with the National Street Van Association. There's always been 30 Transits in that. But this event is the mother event each year. And we get upwards of 100 every year. And every year they're different. It's surprising how many different ones come and go. They're still members, but they bring it to show us. We have a technical day on the Saturday. We have a camp, we have a barbecue, a few beers and a get-together. Everyone sorts their problems out, and on Sunday we have a show and shine, as we are today.
So it's a really big social event.
It is a social event. We have live music this year. My daughter actually did some live music. We've done that 3 years in a row, and that really is good. A few guitars, going back to the hippie days, which is my history, and the Transit Van's history, because that's when it all kicked off. It's really a social event, and it's become fantastic.
Why do you think the Transit has become quite so iconic?
I don't want to say age, because I'll upset Ford, because they're on about new Transit at the moment, but it is to do with the history of the vehicle. You know, the pop vans that drove it. Bob Marley had one when he come to tour. The Small Faces. The Beatles were too early, unfortunately. I think they had a Bedford, if I'm allowed to say that.
That was pre-65.
That was pre-65, but it's just become the van. It's become hotter than VW. It's become something that people want to collect, and with the prices at the moment, you'll pay for a Mark 1 Transit in decent condition. It's gone through the roof, courtesy of eBay.
And speaking of which, your pride and joy here.
My pride and joy, yeah, 10 years. It's taken 10 years. It was in a film for Ford. It was a promotional vehicle for Ford in the early days, and they used it as in a video to do chasing a crook in a police van, which is, we all know the story of that. And it did some running about for Ford. Then it was in the ivory white when it was new. It's in ivory white again now, but it's had a complete rebuild, top to bottom. I finished the van, drove it to the petrol station, or on a trailer to the petrol station, drove it into the petrol station, and the man offered me £35,000 for it. I mean, for a vehicle that cost 462 quid new, that's a bit of a markup. And that's the thing with Transits now. They're starting to top. They're going into double figures and above. And people are really are looking for classic Transits.
Peter, thank you very much.
You're more than welcome.